Well, chat. Hello. What? Whoa. Feels snowman. Oh, I've got to change the BTTV. By the way, nice emote there. Sleepy's like feels snowman. Ladies, gentlemen, programs, users, and gentlefolk, welcome on in. The arcade is open. It's Thursday. It is also American Truck Simulator Louisiana State DLC release day. It's already released. People are driving. Blue Eye Tom gifted us a copy before I even got like up and running. I got the Steam notification that Tom had actually gifted Louisiana to me. So next week we'll do American Truck and we'll jump into everything American Truck in Louisiana. Looking forward to it. But thing is, I did state that this week we were going to just be focused on Euro Truck and Nordic Horizons. So that's what we're doing. We're sticking to it. We're not just jumping the gun here, okay? You got the bear, Casper. I know it. Listen, I've seen a whole bunch of you guys showing up on my Steam list, finishing this stuff off in Euro Truck like goddamn champions. And I'm over here. I've been on this since Monday like a goddamn pleb. Oh, what are we wasting? What am I wasting my time on? Like, everybody got this Polar Explorer going on here, and I'm like, oh, and then we've got Audi with the, I thought this should be heavy. Wow, only 2% of players have that achievement? Jesus Christ. We ride lots of people, lots of Poland here every day. Who needs these? Seasonal poll, huh? Just remember, I've got your, I've got a pole for you to slide. I've got a brass pole for you to slide down. Also, there's a stage. Tinsel taint. Tinsel taint, chat. Tinsel taint. I'm glad I put my coffee down first. How is everybody? Easy to weave in. See, yeah, see, exactly. It's. Are we talking about the tinsel taint? Taint's easy to weave, huh? That's disturbing. I'm not even gonna start. I don't even know where to start with that. Anyways, chat. If you're over on YouTube, thank you so much for coming in. Thanks for, starting things off really, really nice. Thanks to all of you who have been hitting the likes and watching and, hitting the subscribes. We're working to 200 subscribers before the end of the year. Tinsel Taint is definitely a stage name. Factual. You got a headache. Well, listen. Take a little parametal. I don't even know it. Tylenol. Take a little Tylenol. Take a little ibuprofen. Right. Drink a lot of water. Just lay down and relax. I have regerts. Also, I'm glad that Tuesday was amazing for you. Awesome. That's good. Now, make Tuesday every day, and then you're golden, right? You don't have Tylenol. Well, do you have ibuprofen, like Advil? Paracetamol. It's the same thing. Paracetamol is acetaminophen. Therefore, it is exactly the same thing. It is the exact same chemical. It is just a different name, but it is chemically identical. It's just we use a different name in North America. Tylenol, paracetamol are exactly the same fucking thing. The exact same thing. Chemically exact same thing. Tylenol is just a brand name. It is acetaminophen. It's acetaminophen, man. Come on. Different companies, different names, same medicine. Exactly. Because we got to have this stupid brand name bullshit over here or whatever. Anyways. Exactly. They're the same thing. Nuts Life. Don't get stuck on a name, Nuts Life. By the way, if you hadn't already, shall we dive into continue the conversation we've been having for the last 3 days, where we're going to get priced out of our hobby as gamers, especially in the PC market. Micron dropped the bomb and said that they are, their memory chip maker Micron Technology said on Wednesday it will exit its consumer business as it doubles down on advanced memory chips used in artificial intelligence data centers amid global supply shortage of the essential semiconductors. Yeah, your motherboard is, delayed in customs, which means lubricate. Sleepy, lubricate. I won't touch Tylenol. Makes me sick to my stomach. And that's, Americans love brand names because we've been brainwashed. Exactly. And that's exactly it, right? Yeah. Same reason why we call it Kleenex, even though it's just tissue. Yeah. Brand recognition. Yeah. It's all about the brand recognition. It's freaking crazy. If you don't take Tylenol with food, it can rot your stomach 100%. It's the same thing with naproxen, which we know in North America as shit. And ibuprofen's the same. It'll chew a hole. Aleve. That's what it's known as. Yeah, Aleve. Taking Aleve. No, taking naproxen. Take an Advil. No, take ibuprofen. It's the same shit. It's just we are so brainwashed to hear the brand name rather than the actual medical name for it. I mean, it is the kind of stuff that you should always take a little bit of food with anyways, right? Unless it says take with no food. Yeah, always take. I take everything with food. Fuck it. I ain't taking any chances. Listen, I only have one lower intestine. I'd like not to burn holes in it. It's all the same. Just Google it. Oh, wait. Okay, so Micron is leaving the playing field for commercial, which means everything crucial, like with the Crucial name brand on it, for SSDs, M.2 drives, RAM kits, anything under the Crucial flagship name, gone.
Run.
Gone. 2. By the way, yeah. U.S. and Japan call is Aceta. Yeah, rest of the world uses Yeah, U.S. and Japan calls it acetaminophen, right? Rest of the world uses paramecitabine. Yeah, they sold it to big AI. But the problem is everything in 2026, there is going to be no replenishment of consumer stocks for memory. None. All the foundries are literally freaking booked straight through, all for freaking data center stuff. So anybody who is looking for a RAM upgrade or looking to build a new PC in 2026, yep. We've been discussing this all week. We're literally going to get priced out. Here's the thing, though. The one thing you're going to see is there's going to be a very big push now towards cloud gaming. Yep. We're going to see a giant push towards, oh, well, don't worry. You don't need to own a computer. You just need a smart screen with an online connection and you can do all your gaming cloud gaming. This is why Nvidia, why does Nvidia bother even doing consumer stuff? That's where we're going though, guys. The writing is as plain as the nose on your face. Cost some money. Yep. There's better profits to be had, and that's exactly it. That's exactly it. That's where we're at. There's not going to be memory chips from to construct consoles. There's not going to be memory chips to build computers. Everybody's going to be like, oh, you get a tiny little freaking box that has like Wi-Fi and freaking Bluetooth, and it's connected to your screen, and everything is cloud-based. I don't want that. I'm just saying. I do not want that. But that's where we're headed. Exactly. Go full cloud on your ass and they control it. Yeah, and that's exactly it. That's where we are from a technological standpoint. Yeah, exactly. Right? Right, Slider? Yeah, it 100% justifies their data center build-outs. Absolutely. Well, here's the thing. The move away from physical media, I don't think was really the start of it. It wasn't the start of it. Because the move away from physical media has been around much longer than the rest of this has been. How many people use GeForce now? I don't, but well, it made it easier to funnel everyone into a live service kind of a situation, for sure. Again, we're never, no, and that's exactly it. We're not the target. The, 7 billion other human beings on the planet that aren't tech savvy are the target from the consumer level. Exactly. Yep. Our feelings about memory are immaterial. Yeah. Well, and that was the thing. Ultimately, my wish, my hope had been that I would be able to build a new PC in 2026. As of right now, let me see my favorite place in the entire world has for memory. So we're gonna go to Canada Computers. I will bring this up on the screen in a minute here. Okay, memory, desktop memory. No, I want desktop memory. Thanks. Holy fucking hell! All right, DDR5. Wow, you ready for this fuckery? Team Group, T-Force Vulcan, $439. This is for 32 gig. This was under $200 in September. 32 gig. $562.99. 32 gig, $499, $499, $562, $429, right? This is just for 32 gigs. So say you were building a PC and you want 64 gigs in it. Over $1,000 for 64 gigabytes of memory. $813.99 for a 64 gig kit. Yeah, exactly. Steam Machine price just went fucking through the roof. Look at this shit. Okay, hold on. One second. Hold on. I do not want to spend the $30 to get the fiber optic cable I need for the graphics card. Yeah. 128 gigabyte kit Two 64 gig sticks, 1,404. This is the thing. Prices are just going to continue going up. And anybody who thinks that the prices are going to drop, you're fooling yourselves. Because here's the thing. We thought the same thing back in 2018, 2019 with the cryptocurrency thing, when GPUs were skyrocketing in price because everybody was buying them to mine cryptocurrency, and the price kept going up and going up and going up and going up. Guess what? The prices didn't come fucking back down. They did not come back down. So what makes anybody logically think that these prices will drop? They're not going to. There is no reason to. And it's not a doomer kind of mentality. It's the reality of it because it's the business model. And it fucking sucks. It sucks, right? Much like food inflation. Exactly. Logic? What's that? Exactly. I see, right? Like, so what do you mean logic? Hi, Icy. How are you? Hey, Icy, do we have monetization over there? Can you guys like gift out like memberships over there yet, or what? Like, what's the deal on the YouTubes? I don't think you can though. I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours before I can monetize to that level, but. Because sellers got wind of the fact that people will pay the high. Exactly. Because somebody out there will pay the goddamn price. So these prices are not coming back down. Period. Full stop. Not happening. Not fucking happening. So buckle up, because the prices that we see here, $1,236.99 for a 64 gig kit of DDR5. Buckle up. Because these prices are going. You can give membership. Wait, what? On my channel? Tuttle. That can't be. Hold on. What? I'm not monetized. How can you give membership? I don't think you can. But this is the thing, right? Like, look at this. These prices are freaking $1,324 for 64 gig of DDR5. I am not building a new machine in 2026, guys. I can buy a fucking laptop for that. Holds a significant share of the memory market, particularly in the gaming segment, with, 44% share of the memory module market, right? Yeah. Well, sold out online, in-store, available for pickup. So this is the G-Skills, right? If I click on it, sold out in my local store. 2 in Oakville, 1 kit in Ajax, Quebec, 1 kit in Laval, Nova Scotia, 0, British Columbia, 1 kit in Surrey, BC, and 1 kit in Richmond. None in the warehouse. So when it says online, that means that there are none in the warehouse. Well, I don't think, here's the thing though, is because I'm not monetized, I don't think I get any of that money. Unless something's changed on the back end, which I highly doubt. Let me check something here really quick, okay? Okay, so according to this, in order to get memberships, I need to have 500 subscribers. I have the 3 video uploads. I need to have 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. Which right now we're at 2,583. So while it might say that you can do memberships over there, I guess you can. I'm checking Amazon. I'm glad I got that's the thing, man. This is insane. Here's the okay. let's we're talking about before we're gonna get into the driving. Don't worry, chat. But 54 GB DDR5. Let's go DDR5 6000. 746, 818, 1220, 709, 1220, 1220, 1210, 1210, 1056, 1220, 37. That is 32 gig of DDR5, 379. That's the cheapest price we've found so far. 562. This is for 32 gig. It's not, it's throwing 32 gig sets in, right? Yep. Micron also supplied Kingston and Samsung. Yeah. 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 Uh-huh. Right? Exactly. Exactly. But here's the thing. So if one of them has already done that, how long do you think it's going to be before the other two foundries, one being Samsung and I do believe the other one being Hynix, possibly follow suit? We have Samsung Electronics, SK Hynix, and Micron. They are the three companies that produce memory chips, the memory chips for the entire market. So Samsung Electronics, SK Hynix, and Micron. Micron is going purely to database, data center. Yeah. And here's the thing. Those memory chips that Micron Technology was producing was across the board for flash drives, external hard drives, SSDs, mobile devices, laptops, all of it. So phone manufacturers, other freaking electronic devices such as televisions and smart devices, all of this. Micron. Now, we still have TSMC, right? But TSMC predominantly does SoC stuff and CPUs and GPUs, which left Samsung and SK Hynix and Micron doing the work for memory. Well, Micron's gone. Well, the reason that they're not, yeah, and the problem is, though, is the reason why is because this shit, we're being priced out of it. But we've been intentionally priced out. That's the other crazy part. And the worst part is, the stupid part of it is, as long as your grandma can jump onto Facebook and make funny ass AI memes, right? The funny ass AI memes, nobody is worried about what AI is actually doing to the back end of the market in any way, shape, or form. From a consumer electronics standpoint, nobody's worried about it because nobody's paying attention to it, even though that is actually the greater threat. It's always been heading towards homogenized consoles, hence the term console war. Yeah, yeah. Fucking hell. So here's the problem, though. How soon before SK Hynix follows suit and leaves Samsung being the only memory chip producer, and how long is that going to last? Well, and the thing is, though, is it's for me, it's not even about moral superiority. I don't feel like I'm morally superior to anybody who plays their games on an Xbox or on a freaking PlayStation. Like, I don't feel morally superior to any of these people in any way, shape, or form. In USD, I paid $195 back in November 2023. Similar kit is $619. Yeah, dude, right? It's freaking, it is absolutely mental, man. It is insane. Now, that being said, my better option is probably to buy a pre-built. Now, I would actually get it through, again, I would get it through Canada Computers rather than ordering it online. Because here's the thing is I can probably, oh, excuse me. Oh, God. I have, I want Ryzen 9. There we go. There's only, let's do Ryzen 7 as well, I guess. Holy crap. Actually, that's not bad. So, man, these things are kind of hamstrung, though. Holy shit. Okay, never mind. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just buy a pre-built. $99.50 X3D RTX 5080 64 gig of DDR4 or DDR5 and a 4 terabyte drive. $4,899. 7900X there for $1,800. Fuck. All right, let's add the Ryzen 7 in. Holy shit, this is absurd. The gaming, I'm gonna be permanently stuck with a 5900X on what I got. I'm like, R7 8700. Maybe going. Holy sh! Wow, man. All right. See, I don't care about the graphics card. Because the graphics card doesn't matter. Because I'd be putting my 9070 XT into it, and I'd be putting the 1 terabyte SSD. I wouldn't care because I'm putting my drives into it. No. Oh, fuck no. I'm not buying anything from Best Buy. Are you kidding me? I'd need a lobotomy first. Yeah, I'm noticing these freaking power supplies. Well, some of these machines are actually fairly decently built here. I'm kind of mildly impressed. 7900. All right, well, that is 1800. I don't care about the drive, and I don't care about the graphics card, because the graphics card, this 5060 Ti would be getting yanked out anyway, and I would be putting my 9070 XP. Mr. VVS, these prices are average. These aren't high. This is the average, and they're only going to go up. Because now that Micron Technology is no longer making memory chips, we were just looking, 64 gig DDR5 RAM kits are over $1,200 now. I can't buy today. I don't have this kind of money, even on a credit card. I couldn't buy it today if I wanted to. Unless I somehow miraculously come into, $5,000. One to rock, one to stock. Here's the thing, like something like this, even if I had my credit card was paid off, I still couldn't buy this on my credit card. My credit card has a $1,000 freaking limit on it. That is intentional. It's done with a purpose. $1,000. That is all that credit card will ever have on it. It will never, even if they offer to jack the limit, I don't want it. I will turn it down. It's not a business tool. It's my personal credit card. Here's the thing. My thing is, I would much rather something like this. I'm buying it in cash. I will buy it in cash. If I don't have the cash, then I fucking don't need it. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Like this one here, the 9700X. This is actually not a bad deal. The 9700X. But the crazy part is, like, some of these prices, these are the prices that I've been seeing all year. Right? After all the after the shit I've run into with this current build, let it all burn. Good luck with that, Mr. VVS. One of the companies one of the foundries that used to make consumer grade memory isn't making consumer grade memory. And all the foundries, Mr. VVS, have stopped. They're not producing consumer. For the 2026, there is no consumer memory kits coming out at all. None. Zero. All of it is going to data center. It's all being funneled to AI development and data center. Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron Technology, all their foundries are pressing purely for data center next year. There is no consumer RAM coming out in 2026. Yeah, I bet data center chips had a nice bump today. I bet they did. So what you got is what you got. Unless you've got the money to go out and buy whatever is currently available locally. If you don't get it, here's the thing. If you don't get it before the end of 2025, you're probably not going to be able to get it. Well, I mean, I can't fault them from a business standpoint. No, I can't fault them. It's money. I get it. It's business. Absolutely. Can't fault them. Doesn't mean I have to like it or agree with it, but it's business, man. Right? And even if this bubble bursts, it's not going to change a goddamn thing. I think that's what irritates me the most. I honestly think that's what irritates me the most. Sorry, I was matching, again, I'm doing the matching the photo that my kid sends me. I'm matching it. Why would you throw another billion? Yeah, that's how CEO loses a job, and gamers go, well, games are needed. They aren't. The thing is, though, again, this is where the problem comes in, where if the drive is always to optimize and maximize profit above everything else. Profit is first because shareholders have more rights than the consumer. Right? Like, this is the problem, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, shareholders, there are less people who are classified as shareholders and venture capitalists in the world than they're only about 2% of the entire population of the globe. So why is it that everything is geared towards maximizing things for that 2% of people worldwide instead of the other 98%? You're right. It was Rome, Mesopotamia, Egypt, the Ottoman Empire. Shall I continue? It has all happened before, and it will continue to happen again and again and again, even tech graphics. Well, and like, SGI, yeah, SGI to the TNT Riva, yep. Voodoo 3DFX. So I did a run last night, by the way, just to get another one off the books. Okay, so we got to go next door so I can do a little bit of fix up on the, right? ATI to AMD Radeon. Right? Like all of this stuff. But if we think back historically, over the ages, we have seen the rise and fall of civilizations and societies because of this very thing that we globally are experiencing right now. Done it before in this exact sort of war, yeah. This is kind of it's insane, it's absurd, it's just holy shit, that is a lot. No. We're not replacing everything. Fuck that. Yeah, exactly. Much like Rome. Yep. Abso-freaking-lutely. All right, let's grab our job from the external contracts here. You know what? Let's just change that because that was actually starting to bother my ears. It's too short. Too short. Too short. Too short. Still too short. God damn it. Way too short. We're getting closer. Perfect. Let's go. Yep, Rob, politics, business, country, same shit. Look at the wheel. Yeah, exactly. It's wheeling and dealing. Ultimately, at the end of the day, that's all it really boils down to, right? It is just metric buttloads of wheeling and dealing. I'm not a fatalist, but I mean, realistically, the wheeling and dealing isn't going to really get anybody very far either, because at the end of the day, businesses are going to do what is in their best interest, and if that means it's cutting out a segment of the market, they'll do it. If it's what it takes for them to make a few extra $1 billion annually, they'll do it. There are companies that will cut the entirety of the US off if they had to, if it meant that they were going to make more money. You think they fucking wouldn't? They wouldn't even think twice about it. If it meant that they could make more money and capitalize on things, heartbeat. Wouldn't even think twice. They just completely cut the entire American market out. Wouldn't even give a shit. Wouldn't even faze them. And for anybody who thinks that that would be like biting the nose off their face, you know, biting their own nose off to spite their own face, then you don't really truly understand business either. I think, like, personally, I don't think that you really truly understand how business functions then. Yeah, go harvest some for somebody. Don't need Mega Edge chips for that yet. Nintendo push graphics, back retro, right? And they did, yeah, exactly. They did just fine. Yep. They did. I mean, I'm not trying to be a fatalist about it, but it really doesn't bode well for those of us who are, you know, gamers and... Okay, my trailer's over on the other side there. Of course it is. We're in the wrong spot, chat. That came in the wrong way. That is in the wrong area. Yeah, exactly. That's how a boardroom removes you on a Friday night. Yep. Has you replaced by Monday morning. Two sets of Crucial 16 gig. Better than what I ordered via Amazon. Cheaper. I mean, that's good. Interim CDO and new hunt begins. Congrats. You get to help on it pretty much, right? Yeah. Well, shit. Curious to see what their warranty offering is on the... I mean... Okay, so did you find that on... Here's the thing, Sleepy. Did you find that on Amazon? Same price, but company is going under. Go elsewhere. I mean, on sales strokes. Well, that's, yeah, right. Like, that's the thing. Well, yeah. Here's the thing. Who covers the warranty for Crucial RAM kits now, or anything with the Crucial or Kingston name on it? Well, no, Kingston still gets some of their stuff from Samsung too. So, but Crucial, all of their stuff comes directly from freaking Micron. Local Best Buy in stock at the, I mean, okay. Yeah, exactly. Crucial is Micron. Exactly. So that's their consumer line. Yeah. So if they're purging their consumer line because they're switching everything over purely to produce for data center. We're speeding a little bit right now, chat. What, A-Pacer? Never heard of A-Pacer. Well, not since like the frickin' 80s and 90s or early 2000s. I don't even think they produce for the North American consumer market anymore. Crucial is what's growing below inflation and taking up space of 250% profit foundries. Yep. And that's why Micron has made the decision to shut down their entire consumer production for not only their own branding for Crucial, but also for other companies, which means we are now down to Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix. Here's the problem with Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix. Their foundries are only producing for database, like data center, for 2026. There is going to be zero consumer memory produced for 2026. This is why we're seeing a price increase of 200% since September. Yeah, 2+ years ahead, exactly. Yep. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We're getting a little... I don't know what's happening here, but we're gonna... Looks like we might... Oh, no. I think we'll be all right. I thought it was an accident, but it was not. Okay, we're good. Seriously, guys, they did such... Oh, my God. Of course we've got a freaking fire truck turning left here. Don't be nice and wait. Let's go, fucker. Go. Yeah, exactly. It takes years to build out with a 2% margin. Do you want to build a factory for it for 2%? I'm scared. Yeah. I'm scared to get the napkin math to see how long you'd need to break even. 250%, you'd be profitable fast. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. you're already 6 out of 10 done for freaking Louise. Jesus, dude. God damn. Holy shit. It's insane. Well, exactly. Corporations are going to buy either way. -2. Why is it -2 years until I buy Louisiana? Wait, you don't want Louisiana? You don't want to support SCS? He still didn't finish Texas. I mean, you have to be driving in the games to finish the things anyways, and if you're not driving in the games, I understand why you wouldn't buy it. I get it. We're gonna do it tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week. We're gonna check out Louisiana next week. Investing in consumer chips right now is not good money. The problem is, though, is this in a lot of ways also affects the consumer gaming industry as well. Because if companies are unable to build machines that are reasonably priced that people are going to want to pick up to be able to play the games, who's going to then buy the games? Right? Like that's where we end up. But remember, again, rookie, you were part of the small minority of the sim trucker or sim trucking community that wants to see certain things in. I understand your point of view, but you are krill in front of a sperm whale, and there are far more people who are interested in a console version of American Truck and Euro Truck than are interested in the minutia of more realistic trucking or getting out of your cab and checking your cables and having to do your walkarounds and everything else. The economy, again, everything is going to be simplified, so it will run on console. So where we have it right now is probably, like, other than some visual tweaks, maybe some physics and adding in new content. That's we're at peak. We're at peak. Because again, they want it to be easy and accessible for more people. Well, if you start adding in more complicated, more realistic simulation from logbooks to invite like the economy and everything else, that makes it less accessible and less enjoyable. So while you might want that, it's not going to happen. Business, there's no profit in it. There's no reason for them to do it. Zero reason for them to do it. Is season, we're never going to get seasonals. You know why we can't get seasons? Because the map skill is too small for it to work. Map scale is too small for seasons to effectively work. Because every region has its own microclimate. So you cannot realistically portray that with the map scale where it is. They would have to increase the map scale to 1/10 scale for them to make it believable for seasonal changes. Okay, we're gonna pull off here. So unless they're going to completely rescale everything that they've done and add in new content to fill the space, it's not going to happen. There's no reason for them to make it happen. Sunrise and sunsets? Not, I mean, there are mods that actually put that in. You cannot do proper, realistic seasonal changes with the map scale the way it is. The map scale at 1/19 scale is too fucking small for that. You cannot do it. It will not work in the current scale. It is too small. Again, because you have regional microclimates that people are going to be aware of, and they will not be happy then. It'll actually make it worse and harder to run, especially on console. Can they improve the weather and make it more dynamic? Yes. Are you ever going to get full, true seasonal changeovers? No. It's not going to happen. Again, because of microclimates. Here's the thing. Think of it this way. What is the problem that we have with winter mods right now? Yeah, finish the map, then think about scale. Exactly. What is the major problem that we have with winter mods? Looks great in Iceland, looks great in the Nordic countries, right? Looks great in the northern climate. Fantastic. But then you go down to southern Italy, you go to Spain, you go to Portugal, you go to Greece. Fucking snow everywhere. There is snow where there isn't supposed to be snow. It's the same thing with American truck. Why? Because the map scale is too small to introduce proper microclimate. American truck, you have the entire southern states. There are parts of the southern states that do not get snow. And yet if you use a winter mod, there is snow everywhere. Exactly. Yeah, snow in San Diego, snow in San Francisco, snow in LA. Trees look dead. The problem is these areas, the map scale is too small to accurately and properly represent the microclimate of each region. Again, I think what you're the issue then comes down to, again, the map scale. You would be driving through microclimate zones like in a minute or two. You can't do that because then it becomes unrealistic. Again, it is a matter of scale. And from a development standpoint, there is no reason for them to do it. The amount of work it would make for them to do it realistically requires a full map rescale in both games. You cannot do it at 1/19 scale. It is too small. I will die on this hill. Again, I'm speaking from my experience in game development. Scale, when it comes to things, matters. There's a reason that some games do not have dynamic weather changes, why they do not have dynamic seasonal changes, because it comes down to map scale, because then it would be unrealistic. There is no way for them to pull it off realistically. because you end up with weather inclined, like snow in areas where there isn't supposed to be snow. And it's not a matter of just skinning things. Who wants to be driving through areas where every 2 to 3 minutes, because of the map scale, you're changing climate? Purely because of the map scale. I know I sure in the shit won't. If I'm driving in a simulation that is 1-to-1 scale, climb it away. Give me realistic season. Climb it the fuck away. Absolutely. Because then it makes sense. It works. But here's the other thing. Without this being a live service game, how do you implement seasonal changes? Do you do what Forza does, where it's weekly? Where 1 week it's spring, next week it's summer, following week it's autumn, and the last week, and so out of a month, every week it's a different season. Is that how you do it? Or every 2 weeks? In order for that to work, it requires a live service backend. 1/10 scale. They would need to, at minimum, scale the map for both Euro Truck and American Truck to 1/10 scale for them to be able to accurately and well, not accurately, but at least realistically depict the microclimate of each individual country with the seasonal changes. But here's the thing. You're talking about something that is a fantasy game or not meant to be realistic comparative to something that is a simulator, where people want it to be representative of the real world locations, including seasonal and dynamic weather changes. You can't just have a line delineating the difference between where the snow is high tech, where the snow is comparative. You can't just have a fucking line. People for simulators will lose their fucking minds over that. It's not a sim excuse. The thing is though, is simulators as a genre, people are far pickier about that shit. Yeah. Stimulate or a stimulator. But that's the thing. You go into any actual true simulator, racing sim, rally sim, any of that stuff, right? Driving simulators, flight simulators. Some flight simulation has, weather changes. Microsoft Flight Sim does, but that's also because it is a live service backend game. It requires the Azure servers for it to function, for the mapping, and they've mapped the entire globe at 1-to-1. But a company that has based their entire game structure and game development structure around a simulator is not going to completely just say heck those people, because you're cutting your nose off. You're cutting the nose off to spite your own face. Like, why are they going to do that, right? They're not going to do that. That literally flies in the face of their entire business model and what they're trying to go for, which is as realistic experience as they can provide with the limitations they have. Yeah, Microsoft Flight Sim, current weather with Meta. Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't matter, even Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 or 2024. But again, we're talking about the difference in scale. We're talking about a company with Black Shark AI and Asobo and Microsoft with their Bing freaking satellite service that have mapped the entire world. So for them to do that and represent it in 1-to-1 scale is far easier than a company like SCS, which is working at 1/19th scale. You can't just like, I couldn't be driving in this kind of stuff right now and then just hit a line of snow. I'd be like, nah, I'm pushed out. Like, I'm fucking done. It doesn't bother me in a fantasy game or in a game like Red Dead because I already know, like, it is not a simulator. It's an adventure game, totally different beast, right? Like Elden Ring is high fantasy. I don't even, like, it's not even in any way, shape, or form representative or realistic, right? You're right, they're not real-time games. Everything is scaled to match the map. Your time scale is matched. Everything, the time scale is matched to the map. So because the map scale is 1/19th, everything right down to the time scale is the same. I don't understand, like, am I a fucking crazy person here? Why do I feel like I'm talking in circles with people right now? Exactly. Fast topography falls apart really quick. Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. A flight simulator with 1-to-1 scale mapping is by far going to be the most realistic representation from time scale straight up. But again, SCS, because the map is a 1/19 scale map in both American Truck and Euro Truck, it also means that the time scale is, everything is scaled faster. And exactly, you can't just draw a line. You have to take regional climate into account with each one of these countries and how it varies from one point down to another. You can't just like throw a blanket of snow like for winter. You can't just throw autumn colors everywhere like a lot of the mods do, because that's not accurately representative of the each individual country. They're completely different. Road King, see, the thing is though, is Road Kings is actually a very small part of Louisiana and Florida. So it's just going to be that zone. They're not doing the entire US. They're only doing a slice of Florida and Louisiana. At least I think it's Florida and Louisiana. I think that's what it is. It's literally a slice of that part of the country. That's it. So they only have to worry about a very small chunk in comparison. They're not dealing with the entire country or entire states. Now, that being said, I'm looking forward to seeing what Road Kings has to offer. I'm looking forward to seeing what Truck World Australia has to offer too. I want to see what other companies have to add to it. Absolutely. But do I think that Euro Truck and American Truck are going to have, like, could they do proper dynamic weather? Yeah, I think they could. Do I think that we're going to get like true, full, proper seasonal changes in these? No, not until they scale the map differently. 8 out of 10. Holy crap. Dude is freaking cooking right now. Yeah, 90-10 at best. Yeah, exactly. It's not worth their time. It's not worth the development time. The adjustments that would have to be made to the map to account for proper seasonal changes. Like, here's the thing. Like I said, Forza Horizon 4, Forza Horizon 5 do weekly seasonal changes. It's not an accurate 1-to-1 scale map. I can tell you, most of the parts that you end up seeing snow in freaking in and around Edinburgh and in Forza Horizon 4 is very unrealistic, because parts of the UK don't get snow, but they got a blanket of snow on shit. It's the same with Mexico. There's snow all over the place when they hit the winter season. But you know that it is not a realistic depiction of the world. This is a scaled down, realistic depiction of real world locations. So it doesn't work the same. You can't do it the same way. It just wouldn't freaking work. And that's coming from a development standpoint. There is no metric or, you know, or reason for them to do that. To pull it off in a functional way, they would have to rescale the map first to about 1/10 scale to make it workable, without just dumping a blanket on like the mods do. I'm not saying they couldn't do it. What I'm saying is that it would require a lot more work than it is worth to them. Well, and that's exactly it. It's not going to sell more copies. Absolutely. Well, and that's exactly it. It's not going to sell more copies. I wouldn't rebuy it. No, but here's the thing though, is everything in, they've got major landmarks and everything. It is still more realistic than a game like Red Dead Redemption or Elden Ring. It is still in every aspect a simulator. But again, we're dealing with map scale limitations. And that is why you can't just put a blanket of, like, if I want winter, I could put a mod in right now that'll put snow on everything. And it looks like ass. It looks like actual ass. Because then you end up going to Greece, and there's snow in Greece, in southern Greece. There's snow on Mediterranean ports, right? Like, it looks like actual ass. And it's the same for American truck. How frequently do you see snow in southern Nevada? Or in Vegas? Or in Los Angeles? Yeah, SoCal, right? In Mexico. That's what I'm saying. That's why you can't, like, you can't, it's an all or nothing kind of, and the thing is though, is like, I know a lot of people use these mods, but the reason I've stopped using the seasonal mod changes is because it looks like shit. It looks like actual shit. I don't need snow that bad in my goddamn trucking simulator to enjoy it. Tech's like, I don't even own it. I don't know why I have an opinion. I think Tech just feels... Tech, are you feeling froggy today? Are you feeling a little feisty? Are you feisty? Actually, I didn't even ask you. Tech, are you having a good day today? Like, how's your day? Yeah, see, Slider doesn't even own it. That's what I'm like, wait, what? Slider, why do you have an opinion? You don't even own either of these simulators. Yeah, here we are. Like, Rookie, I understand your point, and I don't want you to think that I don't understand what you're saying, but to make it happen in a function that would make people happy would require a level of work and commitment that I really, truly don't think SCS has any reason to do it. It's not going to make them any more money. They already have their captive audience. Oh yeah, I'm totally, yeah, I'm dying on a hill right now. I'm absolutely dying on a hill right now. Hi, Jessica, by the way. And I mean, honestly, like, you know, here's the thing. What I really would like them to do, and I think this would just improve everything. We don't need seasonal changes. Just give us proper dynamic weather. That's it. Just give us proper dynamic weather. Tie-dye. I mean, listen, I love me some tie-dye, bro. Hey, hey, I'm not, just because I like tie-dye does not make me a goddamn hippie, okay? The problem is, here's the thing. You can't necessarily do that, Jessica, because that would require a whole bunch of back-end stuff, because not every single local radio station, AM or FM, are online. So how do you do that? Ooh, brekkie. Okay, what are you having for breakfast? We got 2, 2, and 5. Yeah, but the putting in seasonal changes isn't going to actually, I don't think that would be something to try to appease the current existing player base, not bring new players in. Seasonal is not going to bring new players in. It might get players to return, but they already own it. So again, to what end? I don't play radio when I don't want radio stations in this. I don't want real world radio stations. Most people don't use the built-in radio in game anyways. Most players have the radio turned off. They're usually using something like YouTube Music, or they're using Spotify, or they're watching something on a second screen or in the background. They want to hear the truck. They don't give a shit about the radio station. Again, that's a 1% of the player base problem. Developers do not develop for the 1% of the player base or the 2% of the player base. They develop for the 98 or 99% of the player base. I listen to Spotify. And generally, I'm only playing these if I'm streaming. Yeah, exactly. Every 15 to 20 minutes. Shit, in some cases, you'd be losing signal every freaking 30 seconds to 1 minute. What are you talking about with the map scale? Yeah, 2 to 3 minutes, right? Okay, so it is 7 a.m. By the way, we're having a bit of a heated conversation here, folks. Matter of 5 to 10 minutes, right? IRL are broadcasting to Twitch. I occasionally watch some duck driver who travels all. Is that trucker Dylan, by the way, Mr. VVS? It sounds like Dylan. Yeah, I know Dylan. I actually used to moderate for Dylan. I've had, offline conversations with Dylan. Great person. Huge heart on that guy. Super nice. Super nice. By the way, I know I might come off, to those of you, if you're new, I might come off as sounding slightly angry. I'm not actually angry. I am very passionate about something. But that is because I'm also knowledgeable in those things. A lot of years. We're not going to Stockholm. No, we're not going to Stockholm. We're not going to Poland right now either. Helsinki, no. We're not going to Estonia. We're not going to... actually... Is that on the list? Let's see. Maybe if that's on the list, we'll take that one. Okay, hold on. Let me... Okay. I dislike this so much. All right. Finland. No, I want Finland, please. No, Finland, please. Finland. Thank you. I could take Vasa. Oh, okay. Maybe Maybe we'll do. Oh, I've already been there. Okay, so let's take the job for Vasa then. All right. Ah, yeah. That's not far enough though, man. Okay, we need something better. I've already been, yeah, we've already been there, so can't do. That doesn't count. We have, oh, we're taking that one. We have not been there though. Let's go. All right. We got it. So next week we're going to be doing American truck and taking a look at Louisiana. It's already been, oh, all right. Well, this makes life easy. Just gotta back up. Where the frick did this bus come from? Where the hell are you guys coming from? Excuse me? Where y'all coming from? Oh, never mind. Okay, I see. Where the hell are they coming from? Why is there a tour bus coming through here? You know what? You know what they need to do? They need to fix the goddamn AI traffic in this. That's what they really need to do. Fix the freaking AI traffic. Most important advancement they could make for Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator. Better AI traffic. Can we all agree on that? The traffic is horrible in these and it needs to be fixed. Viking Simulator, it's always pulling left, or was it right? I don't know. I can't remember if it was left. I think it was left. It was the left one. It was the ice. We're in Europe. It's not ice. That's only in the U.S., rookie. You better be careful. You might want to be careful. Don't talk shit about the Americans right now. They might send you home from wherever you immigrated from. They might send you back. Better be careful. Shh. No, I want I want the realism of the traffic. I want the AI traffic to be better, not shit randomly freaking smacking into the side of my truck out of nowhere because they don't stop or slow down at all. I don't want that. I want traffic to be more realistic. You know, you want to know something? Best improvement they could do? Give us Grand Theft Auto 5 level of traffic, including NPCs walking around for both American Truck and Euro Truck. That's it. Nah, we're openly threatening Americans now too. It's cool. Everyone's fair game. Yeah, sorry, rookie. Apparently everyone's fair game. Don't make fun of ICE. They might come knocking on your door. No, you don't. You literally turned off traffic yesterday because you were in a traffic jam, sir. No. What I did was it wasn't because I was in a traffic jam. I was looking for a mod that was going to make the traffic more realistic. The problem is things were getting stuck in the road. 2 different mods. And now I'm running a mod where shit's not getting stuck in the road. Cars were upside down in the middle of the road. Trailers were wedged down into the road. Trucks were wedged into each other, and it wasn't actually realistic. I could turn the traffic off. It's cool. I'm cool. I'm not seeing eye to eye with other Americans, too. I'm not American. I'm Canadian. So, you know, here we go. Here we are. Hi. All right, so we're gonna get out of here. Sound very angry, but I'm not angry. I promise I'm not angry. Sure, yeah. Sure, Jan. Marsha. I don't have shit stuck in the road anymore. That's all I care about. It's hard to get around stuff when you've got, like, you guys saw, I was getting pissed off because that one AI vehicle wouldn't go around and turn a left when it had plenty of goddamn time. I was getting super frustrated about it. I was a little heated. You're obstructive. I'm obstructive. That sounds like something that law enforcement would say. You're not a cop, are you? You gotta tell me if you're a cop. Otherwise, it's entrapment. Into weird accents where the only way to clear the mess is to turn the AI traffic on, off and on, back on. It's true. Really, switching back over to Cipriano's freaking mod seemed to have fixed the problem, though. Cass's brutal traffic and the DB Creations traffic mod were, we're not even gonna discuss it. It was pretty bad. Both of them were terrible. Shit was stuck in the road. This is bad. So bad. Not to be bad, but it was bad. It was very, very bad. Technology. Technology. What the? Why are we waiting for traffic, bro? Holy sh! See, that was pretty real. Fucking brake check, jackass. Is that a? Hold on. Do we have There's this. Yeah, it looks like what's this sauce? I used to be an ATS mod maker. With you on my team, I would always hear it's not going to work rather than let's try to figure out how to make it work. You'd be surprised. I've worked with mod creators for both Euro Truck and American Truck Naturalux. I was a member of the Naturalux team. It was a complete weather system overhaul and lighting overhaul for American Truck and Euro Truck. Surprised me. Tell me how to design seasonal changes in ATS to make them work. You start by rescaling the map and then plotting out the map into microclimates so that the weather, seasonal weather changes are accurate to each state. But then the state has to be broken into zones so that each zone, again, is accurate. Oh, well, nope, well. AI traffic mods, chat. Fuck. I'm just gonna have to remove the mods for AI traffic. That's all there is to it. I'm just gonna have to use the base traffic. God. Not viable. Thank you for trying. Okay, so explain to me why you think it's not viable. Why is it not viable? You have to do it on a state-by-state. If for American Truck, it would have to be a state-by-state basis. The states would then have to be broken down into their individual microclimate zones. Rescaling the map is 100% viable. The thing is, in order for them to rescale, the map has to be finished first. So they would have to finish North America first to then properly scale it up. Is it viable? Yes, because that would require them to do the entire country all at once. the entire map would have to be scaled up at the same time. Or actually, they could do it now, but then that would actually they would have to then apply that to rescaling the stuff that they currently have in development. They could actually do it right now in active development, but every DLC going forward would have to be put on hold because it would be all hands on deck to rescale the map first. So it would actually be more viable for them from a business aspect as a developer publisher to finish the map for American Truck Simulator first, then work on a map rescale to then introduce proper dynamic seasonal changes. Because for American Truck specifically, you would have to break each state down into individual zones because each individual state has its own subclimates. Casper's already done Louisiana. Holy crap, Casper. Slow down and save some for the rest of us, will you, bud? Jeez. So currently with the map scale being 1/19 scale for American Truck and Euro Truck, the issue comes down to some of these states you can drive across in like 5 minutes. So how do you break each individual state down into its individual subclimate zones to accurately portray, and then you have to have this across each individual state so that it's accurately represented. Why are we? I'm gonna push you out of my way, bro. I swear to God. Freaking tour bus cock blocking me. Thou shalt eat a giant satchel of Richards. Not required to define climate zone and smooth transitions. The borders might be rough in some cases. They can be adjusted and approximated for playability. It's the goal, playability, not realism. You always say this. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. But then how do you account for the off-putting that some people are going, a lot of people will complain about how then their state is not accurately represented seasonally. How do you account for that then? Do you just tell them to suck eggs? A better place for them to start would be to give us proper, realistic, dynamic weather changes. Just give us that. We don't need seasons. Just give us proper dynamic weather. Start with just, if you can do dynamic weather in a fairly realistic and representative way, start there. Yeah, 12 hours across California, 7 weather zones. Yeah. Right? Like, that's the thing. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, most people want the area that they live in to be represented in a somewhat accurate way. Like Sleepy Developer. Sleepy lives in Kansas. Part of his town, the town that he lives in, is actually in the game. You can drive through it. That makes him happy. No one knows the pain of driving diagonally across Delaware in 1-to-1. Sounds like you might have experienced it. Driving diagonally across Delaware 1-to-1. That sounds like sucks cheeks. Doesn't sound like a good time to me. Wait for Rhode Island. Rhode Island is gonna be so okay. Rhode Island's gonna be tiny AF. Let's be real here. Let's be honest. Rhode Island is gonna be so goddamn small. It's gonna be like a tiny little whoop on the map. It's gonna be tiny.
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
80.
Nuts Life has just subscribed. I demand a fucking other one.
Whoa, hey, watch your language. It's gonna be Providence. It's gonna be Providence DLC. I think Rhode Island only state with one city. Here's the thing: is honestly, Rhode Island will probably be bundled as part of like an East. They'll probably have to do like an East Coast thing. What do you think, Maine? Nuts Life, 84 months, dude. Oh my God, that is a long time to be subscribed. Are you sure about your mental well-being? You've subscribed here for 84 months, sir. You might have to give us the ability to walk in American truck just because it's the only way we're gonna actually truly get to enjoy Rhode Island. New England will be bundled. That would actually make sense, honestly. I don't know who's calling me from Alberta. I don't have anybody out there that should be calling me, so they can go fuck themselves. Ain't nobody out there got my phone number, so fuck off. I don't know who you are. I don't want what you're selling. You can eat a giant satchel of Richards. NYC Port Authority DLC for construction trucks.
Run.
I am not running. No, I am Dutch, and I'm definitely not sure about my mental well-being. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Absolutely fair. So I think tonight I need to put some work into designing an aluminum profile, the wheel stand that I was talking about yesterday. I'm gonna put some time in and actually figure out dimensions and sketch some stuff out, because this is something that I would actually like to do for the new year, because again, it's aluminum profile. I have the tools to cut the aluminum profile. So like I have all the tools and everything. So working with aluminum profile, and I want to do it out of aluminum, not wood. Did the event in a 2-hour span. Holy crap, dude. Casper's just blowing through. By the way, for those of you who have already been in the DLC for Louisiana, how is it? How does it look? Why would I need an argon TIG weld? Why would I need a TIG welder to work with 8040 aluminum profile? Why would I need to TIG weld it? I'm using T-nuts. Why would I weld it? It needs to be adjustable. I'm using 8020 and 8040 aluminum profile, extruded aluminum profile. The same stuff they use for building racing rigs and 3D print. Oh, no. No. I'm not going out and buying like aluminum bar and building it. Like it's got to be able for me to be able to customize it for, specific purposes and stuff. Of course, there's the cop. Whoa, 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 sir. That's your own fault. Eat a bag of Richards. Giant old satchel of Richards. No, I'm talking about a wheel stand for the racing wheel, because the one that I currently have right now, 7 years old. It started as its life as a GT Omega basic wheel stand, and I had to modify it. But the problem is it doesn't work as I need it to. It has worked up until now, but this basically is version 1. I need to build a proper version 2. I also posted a clip from last Tuesday in the music channel on Discord. Why in the music channel? Why wouldn't you post the clip in the clips channel? There's a Twitch clips channel for stuff like that. Why? Made into a border town. Now the game is endlessly crashing. Looks like new profile time. Wait, what? Well, that's pretty realistic. Get going. Jesus. I screwed something up with a mod. Don't know the mod. So we'll start, start fresh. At least they figured it out. It's better than the other ones. Better than the other two AI mods I'd been the AI traffic mods I'd been using. Got 8.5 hours ahead of us. Ooh. Spicy right now, chat. It's been spicy. Oh, no. It'll be the one from Cipriano, because it does some weird, it spawns in some weird traffic combinations. And I think that's the problem. It's not the Jazzy Cat mods. It's actually the AI, like, traffic density mods that are causing the problem. So that means I'll have to just use the built-in base SCS AI mod, or AI traffic. God. Because the density mods spawn in some weird traffic combos that probably shouldn't exist, right? I don't know. I was the one that almost paid for that death wish. Thankfully, we didn't. Thanks for coming out, though. Appreciate all of you being here. Thank you so very, very much. I mean, we're slowly creeping up in followers again on Twitch, which is good to see. We broke 5,830. So thank you for that, everyone. Appreciate it. No, we don't want the AI to be dumb. We want the AI to be smarter and more realistic, not dumb. Nice in game. And these areas are gorgeous. Look at this. Jesus, they did such a good job with Nordic Horizons. They really did. How do these traffic mods work? So you put them, so you can have traffic mods that apply to the models, right, themselves. So you have like real world vehicles like Lamborghinis and real delivery vehicles and stuff like that, real buses, right? With real company logos and stuff on it. So those just affect the physical model, right? Doesn't affect how the traffic functions or operates, just the look of it, the visual. And then you have AI density mods, which actually alters the traffic patterns, changes where traffic spawns in, changes traffic timing and things like that. Those ones are, again, it's all script based, but the problem is sometimes the AI like the traffic density mods, when they adjust how things spawn in, that's when shit gets weird, because then it spawns in weird combinations. Like you'll have a box truck, like what they classify as a BDF, in Europe, and it will have like a full-length trailer wedged into the box at an angle, and it looks very strange and looks entirely wrong. So it just alters how things are spawned in, but that's the mod that I actually need to remove. I'm gonna have to remove the density mod. Because it's spawning weird shit in. And that's a shame. Like, I wish it wasn't like that, but that's unfortunately how it is. I actually thought it was my BDF mod, the one that allows me to have box trucks, but it's not. Oh. Well, aren't you cool with your frickin' Lamborghini there? Frickin' bastard. Dicketh. Thou kindly shall eat a giant satchel of Richards. All right. Ugh. Okay, so limit is 70, so we're gonna pick things up a little bit. That was okay. So speaking of mods, like, so back in the day, I was a member of the testing crew for Naturalux, which was a complete overhaul, weather system and lighting overhaul for American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2. And it was actually really, really good because it had dynamic weather shifts and changes. They were going to add in stuff for physics to actually have wind affect the physics of the vehicle and things like that, right? That reminds me of when I was in San Diego visiting friends. Someone asked, how do you get dick from Richard? I responded to saying, ask nicely. Well played, sir. Well played. Absolutely best play ever. I see. 100% can confirm. I spotted the thing. Ask nicely. Honestly, I don't understand how Dick is the short form of Richard. Rich would make sense, right? You just took the Ard off of Richard. Gives you Rich. Okay? Even Rick would make sense. But Dick? That one I don't understand. I don't understand how you get Dick from Richard. T-Phil. I mean, listen, is Icy wrong? I don't think Icy's wrong. I think Icy and SD is absolutely 100% correct on that. How do you get Dick from Richard? You ask nicely. Oh my god. I need to be able to win the lottery so I can just buy a whole bunch of meme shirts for Christmas. Stuff that I can wear on stream. Maybe they smoke something? I mean, listen, I'll be honest, I don't think smoked Richards would be a great idea as a gift. I don't think anybody wants to smoke a Richard. My issue comes down to when a lot of the meme shirts that I want are like 12 bucks a piece and there's like 10 of them. It gets real pricey real fast. But I'm gonna have to do that eventually anyways because I gotta replace my t-shirts. I'm still wearing t-shirt. Listen, I have no say over what Automod does anymore. We streamers don't get any message from Automod anymore. Smoked sausage, on the other hand, I mean, listen. You throw a grilled smoked sausage into a bun, a little bit of chili, some cooked onions. Like a hot honey Dijon mustard. Ooh. Maybe a little salsa or something. Ooh. Yeah. Fuck yeah, let's go. Now I want chili cheese dog. See? Now you guys know how I feel after everybody was talking about freaking KFC yesterday. I have not ate lunch yet. Thank you. You're welcome, John. If you weren't hungry before, you're probably hungry now. Maybe might be a good time to go and grab yourself that snack. Let's all go to the lobby. Listen, I will die with my face. I would happily die with my face buried in a 20-piece bucket that was just the skin deep fried in the 11 herbs and spices. I'll die. If that's how I go from a heart attack, okay. I can't say anything about Chick-fil-A or because honestly there aren't any places around me locally where you can get Chick-fil-A anyway, so it doesn't matter. And Popeyes is way too fucking expensive for what you get. I have seen what people get for $20. It ain't worth 20 fucking bucks. Nothing on Popeyes menu is worth 20 bucks. Churches, we don't have churches here. No churches. No churches. We got Popeyes. We got KFC. Those are your options. Listen, I'll be honest. I know a lot of people that have had both, and everyone I know that has had Popeyes and had KFC prefers KFC over Popeyes. Popeyes is dry. One thing I don't like, I would rather have greasy chicken over dry chicken. Any goddamn day. Greasy is better than dry. Your gut might not think so, but from a flavor perspective, greasy trumps dry every time. And personally, I'd rather have, listen, I'd rather have home cooked anyway. I'd rather make my own goddamn chicken. Well, what's the cop doing here? What? She's moving. Jesus. Yeah, not quite the same thing here then, huh? Apparently we get treated differently in Kanukistan. I've never had soggy KFC, ever. Never had soggy KFC. Slightly greasy, but never soggy. Never soggy, always crispy. Slightly greasy, never soggy though. Why are we doing 20 kilometers an hour across this bridge when it's 80, bro? What the hell? It must be a difference between how things are done here in Canada comparative to the States. Oh my God, what is happening? Why is this what is this vehicle doing up here? Why are we driving like we're behind a tractor with a hay wagon? Oh my God. This dude. What is happening right now, chat? What is going on here? What is happening? Oh my God. Nope. I'm not. I want no part of whatever that bullshit is. Can't say as I've ever had soggy KFC. Previous job, previous job stated frying chicken and people loved it. Because not over seasoned and overcooked, stayed moist all day on the line. Stuck on one lane, jail. No, we're not. Nope, no jail. We're good. We got out. We're fine. Don't worry, we're moving. We're moving, baby. We're moving. Ooh. Ooh. All right. So, the plan for next year, or just hopefully everything works out for the month of December, and I can start putting this together in January. So, I'm going to be cannibalizing some components off of the current wheel stand that I use. I'm going to be cannibalizing the heavy metal deck plate for the wheelbase, and I'm going to be cannibalizing the actual pedal, the pedal plate. But then the rest of it I'm going to be constructing out of 80/40 and 80/20. It's going to be something that I'm going to be able to easily move around and stash when I'm not using it. I would, as much as I would love to build an actual proper rig, I do not have the space, so I have to work with what I have for space. I'm going to, so it has to be able to incorporate the wheel that I currently have, which is a Fanatec Club Sport 2.5, 7-year-old wheel. It's still working all right. It has its weird little dropouts and everything, but 7 years, a few thousand hours of use, it's like, again, why, when I only need a wheel stand, why would I do vacuum pressed carbon fiber and resin? I don't have a few $1,000s to throw at that. I'd do this on the cheap. And by the way, the aluminum, the 80/40 and 80/20 aluminum is cheaper for me to get than 2x4s. So it's cheaper to even build than wood. But carbon fiber and resin for a wheel stand? I'm not building a racing rig. It doesn't have to have a seat mounted to it. It's just got to be able to have me mount my wheel, my shifter, my handbrake, in a button box. And for me to be able to bolt on 2 attachments for when I'm doing flight. 2 plates with my flight stick and a throttle attached to it for flight. Carbon fiber and resin is way too expensive. I don't have a couple $1,000s to build something like that. Nor do I even know anywhere locally where I could do something like that. Because carbon fiber is not actively used a lot here in the area that I live in. It's too expensive and it's too niche. Why though? To what end? Again, the carbon fiber wouldn't be adjustable. It's not customizable. I build it, I form it, and then I'm stuck with it. No, I am not. No, that's way too much work. This is something I need to be able to put together in a Saturday afternoon. But it's not to perfection. Because then it's not customizable. It is not fully adjustable. And it's not something I can tinker with on a Saturday afternoon and have it done and operational in like 2 or 3 hours. I don't want to be spending months at it. And again, I don't have the space for a proper rig. I'm not building a seat into it. It's going to have a locking bar for me to be able to put the casters of my chair to lock it into place so the chair doesn't move. And I've got to be able to do it for about $200. But the other thing is, I don't have anywhere that I can work with carbon fiber in resin. Not jury rigging. It's going to be fully engineered and planned out. It's not jury. I'm not jury rigging shit. But why carbon fiber? That seems oddly excessive. Such a waste of money and resources. Carbon fiber is only good for one thing, and that's actually building, like, for racing vehicles. But building out of carbon fiber? Absolute waste of money. Unless you're building an actual race car, why? Excessive. Waste of money. Waste of product. Does not make any practical or logical sense. And again, you have no adjustment. You have no adjustment, no adaptability. You're stuck with the thing that you molded. So if you need to adjust it, you're fucked. You have to completely scrap it and rebuild it from scratch. I'm sorry. Carbon fiber is not nearly as sturdy as a lot of people seem to believe it is. You're better off building out of aircraft aluminum. You want light and sturdy? Build out of aircraft aluminum. Far more reasonable to work with, a lot better adjustment, a lot better adaptability, and again, far better use of resources from a resource perspective and price. Still way better. Sturdy, lightweight, completely feasible, and a lot more flexibility. And that's the other thing too, is it needs to be flexible. I'm building a flexible platform. Carbon fiber is not a flexible platform. I don't need it to be anatomic. Again, I'm not building a racing seat. Why does it need to be anatomical? That's why you make something that's adjustable, so that you can get it to where you need it to be comfortable. I need it to be a one size fits all, so I can use it, and then if somebody else wants to sit down and use it, I can adjust it and they can use it. If I build something that is strictly out of carbon fiber, I am literally the only person who can use it. Yeah, carbon fiber is more expensive than aircraft aluminum in North America. Carbon fiber is way more expensive to work with than aircraft aluminum or aluminum in general in North America. Aluminum is by far more plentiful and far cheaper and far more feasible and logical to work with. We don't have no taxes on freaking carbon fiber. Are you kidding me? There's a reason that very limited places use carbon fiber here, at least in the area that I live in. Unless you want to pay through the asshole for it, it's not worth it. Well, and the other thing is, I don't... Why am I going to spend that amount of time for something that has no adjustability, no adaptability? That's a complete waste of time. It's a complete waste of effort. It just needs to be functional. It needs to be adaptable and adjustable. And from a logical standpoint, carbon fiber is probably the worst material to create something from for that aspect. Especially if you're building it like something for a racing wheel, for a simulator. I'd be better off just building it straight out of cardboard and frickin' hot glue. But I don't need, but there's no seat. It's without seat. There isn't going to be a seat attached to it. That's my point. It's going to have to be adjustable and usable for this. Like, let my backbone, I'm not letting my backbone slide no more. No. 9. Anyway, chat, hi. All right, we're zipping along here. How much? We still got 2 hours and 44 minutes. Drivability here. I mean, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Freaking stick to your lane though, bro. Stick to your lane, bro. Stick your goddamn lane, bro. Oh, I should have picked up a cider or two as at the grocery store. Scheisse. Scheisse. I did not think of that. Ay, 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 ay. No, 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 no. Hi, how are you, Lilo? You know, you and the cat sleeping together like that is super freaking cute, right? The dog looks upset like she's gonna move because she got called cute for hanging out with the cat. Anyway, so yeah, I think what tonight is gonna be is I'm gonna spend a little bit of time doing some measurement and drawing some stuff out, figuring out exactly what I need material wise so I can price it, so that I can build this thing, because the one that I've got, it's kind of rickety, and frankly I want it to be something that I've built rather than buying something off the shelf for $300. Like, if I can make my own for $200 rather than pay somebody, a company, $300 plus for something that I could have done myself, like, why am I going to spend the money and buy it when I could just buy the material and build it myself, right? Just makes more sense. So the object or the idea is to be able, see, here's the thing is I would actually like to be able to, for this to be something that I could then film while I was putting it together, and then provide the drawings for people to duplicate it if they wanted to. Like watermark the drawings, right? But to make them available for people to, you know, to build their own version of it. Basically, here's the base platform, and you add what you want, kind of thing. I don't know. I think that's a good way of going about it. I could be. But this is something that I'm looking at that would actually function as, like, it would allow me to then if I'm not driving, I could take the wheel off. The wheelbase stays attached to it, but take the wheel off and then like just, you know, 4 bolts and bolt on the attachments for my flight gear, right? For my for doing stuff like Star Citizen or you know, doing stuff like Microsoft Flight Sim or DCS World. I wouldn't put it on Thingiverse. The only way you'd get it is you'd have to be a member of the Discord. Or provide it as something through like Patreon or something. I'm not going to put it up on Thingiverse. Because personally, fuck Thingiverse. Thingiverse is terrible, by the way. There's so much stolen shit on Thingiverse, stolen projects on Thingiverse, it's terrible. Thingiverse is like Temu. Only for 3D printing. Yeah, I'm just, I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan. I shouldn't even apologize for that. I'm just not a fan of Thingiverse. Not saying that there isn't good stuff that you can find on Thingiverse, but putting your stuff on Thingiverse is how you get your work stolen and everybody duplicates it and then tries to sell it off on a different website. So I would rather actually have it technically locked behind you have to be on the Discord. You have to be a member of the Discord server. My work, if I'm going to make it publicly available for people to access, it's going to be watermarked. Like, I'm not saying, here's the thing is, I'm not saying that I wouldn't supply, supply the plans once they're done for free, but it's going to be through, like, you're going to have to be a member of the Discord server to gain access kind of thing, right? Like, or you'd have to, like, join a free Patreon to get access to it, and it's going to be watermarked. Doesn't mean it can't be duplicated. It just means that somebody can't just copy it and then upload it somewhere for a cost, right? It then protects the work that I've created. You know what I mean? That's just an idea. I'm not saying that I would necessarily do it. I'm just saying it's an idea. Got an hour and 12 minutes ahead of us drive-wise here so far, so we're making decent time on this run. Like, here's the thing. I've had too many of my friends that are engineers. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do want credit where credit is due. For one thing, I don't want somebody to be able to take my idea, my drafted out plan, and then just literally take the digital copy of it and put it up on a website charging people $15. Right, so of course I'm going to do what I can to protect it, to make sure and maintain that people have access to it in a fashion that allows them to have it, but protects my my work. It's not about credit. It's about the fact that I'm not going to do and follow in the footsteps of some of my friends that are engineers that have designed some fantastic things for 3D prints and everything else, and then have somebody else profit off of that. Why the fuck am I putting work in for somebody else to profit? Because they're too lazy, or their brain, they're too fucking stupid to actually think of it themselves and draw it out and actually then sell their own work. Instead, they take somebody else's work and then post it on a site and sell it because they're fucking lazy. Why am I going to facilitate somebody else's laziness in that respect? If I design something, yeah, I'm going to put protections in place. Even if I'm not selling it, I'm not doing it for profit. I don't want somebody else profiting off of what I'm doing. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to, I'm not feeding copycat thieves. Fuck them. If you can't think of an original thought to actually make yourself a legitimate dollar, fuck off. I'm not feeding them. You can provide things to other people, not for profit, and not have some other leech on society sieve it off and profit from your work. It is 100%. I feel like that's 100% legitimate and fair for me to want to do that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, the Brit, I gotta say, Norway, Finland, and Sweden are beautiful countries. Holy God, this is gorgeous. Such a good job. All right, so we're gonna drop this off here. Welcome back, Jessica. I do believe that we are going to be doing a shepherd's pie tonight. Again, I sound really angry and bitter, but honestly, all it is just like, I don't see the value in producing work that you want to be able to give to people, but then somebody else is just going to steal it and sell it for profit because they can't have an original fucking thought for themselves. You know what I mean? So the whole idea of building this rig out of 80/40 and 80/20 and designing something that is customizable and adjustable, I still want to protect that idea. All right, we're up to 423,000 again. I think it's almost time to buy another truck and get another AI driver for our company. I think it is almost time to hire another driver, chat. We're going to break 1 million at some point here soon. All right, hold on. I want to check something. How's our what do we got? Profit 7 days, 297,000. And that's just myself and one other driver. So we've got 2 garages. I've got 3 trucks. Technically, I have 3 trucks. I don't want to give up my Volvo, though. I'm not giving up my Volvo yet. Okay, so it's getting dark. It's raining. Looks to be quite miserable right now. I do believe this is 6 for Finland now. So now we can move on to Sweden and Norway. We've got 2 for each Sweden and Norway individually. Oh, I've already hired, but my thing is I have the 3 trucks. I bought a stock, I do believe it was a stock Volvo just for the, again, I'll do the same thing with Euro Truck that I've done with American Truck, where it's just a stock truck. And I'll have like basically a fleet truck, right? Well, where I am right now, we've got snow on the ground. It's -8 degrees Celsius and snow on the ground and blarg. Oh, mind you, it did start out as it did start sunny, but it is overcast now, so. Okay, let's service. What do we got? Recommendations? Nothing, huh? No. Holy, okay, why would I replace that if that's 0? $57,000. Okay, no. No, we're not. Why? You're jealous? I'd rather have the rain than the snow, and I'd rather be above 0. It is -8 Celsius. It is snow and it is overcast. How are you jealous of that? Snow can suck it. I would much rather have rain and +3 Celsius. Much rather that. Oh, below 0 does not necessarily include sun. It's overcast as shit right now, so. And it's still raining. Awesome. This is fun. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. You know what? No. We're going back to sleep. No, screw this. That's going back to sleep. There we go. Okay, that's better. Below 0 where I am does not instantly mean sun. It's all right, so okay, we could go to, actually Alta would be nice, or maybe Indonesian. I don't know. I'm butchering. Ululu. Rovaniemi. No. Been there. We've been there. We've been to Tornillo. A lot going to Tornillo. Holy crap. Oh. We could do that one, but could also do Vasa, but we've already done Vasa. Never mind. That would be a complete waste of time. SKLFT. Ooh, Kiruna. We've already been. Narvik. Narvik. We could do Narvik. Let's see if we can find one. Wow, that is definitely down there into. That's a coastline drive though. That's beautiful. I mean, shit. I don't. Maybe. I think that might be the one. Yeah, I think that might actually be the one. Just nope. No. Nope. Next. There we go. That one. There we go. All right. That's the one. That's the one. This is perhaps the first time I've ever played both and focused on company management. Thing is though, is you're always better off doing the company management stuff, honestly. Bro. And having you don't need like to have a massive company and own every garage, but you know, you own 5 garages and you know, you load it out with, you know, one garage is just your own personal plaything and the rest of them are AI drivers and they're just driving around, and you have a fleet truck that you've created that all your AI drivers that you hire drive that very same model of truck. No difference. Zero difference. Make them drive the exact same truck, every single one of them. They're not specializing. They're your factory driver. It should be treated as such. Should be treated thusly. Nope, that's definitely not it. Around. Okay. There it is. Okay, we found our lumber. Can I drive around this way? Gonna be able to get through. Ooh, I don't think we're getting through that. Nope, we are not getting through that. Okay. See, my thing has always been I don't start hiring until I can buy and configure a fleet style truck that I will then use for every subsequent. I won't even give them a used. It's just, you might as well just continue to drive solo for a little bit until you can construct until you can go in and buy a brand new truck and have it configured with a minimum 500 horsepower engine, right? The basic options without any mod pack stuff installed on it, because then here's the beautiful thing. When the game updates, you don't have a problem with your fleet trucks. Never use mod trucks for fleet trucks, ever. Use the base SCS trucks without any mod installation stuff involved. Like nothing from Sizels, nothing from any of the... Everything is base SCS. No mod stuff installed on it. That goes for the lighting. It goes for everything. Even the skin. You don't even use the skin on it. You just give it a simple, straightforward paint job. Boom, done. Nice. All right, looks like, yep, we're on. All right, let's go. And that was one of the things that I actually realized really stopped a lot of the problems with the game crashing after an update. So if any mod like truck mod that I was using or any trailer mod that I was using hadn't been updated yet, it did not cause a problem with the main game because I could remove them, and it didn't affect the AI drivers that I had hired for the garages. It was just one of those simple little things that just made so much sense, right? But at least it made sense to me. Okay, 80? Well, let's go. Okay, so we're heading back down into Sweden. Is this Kusamo? Kusamo? I don't know how to... I'm probably butchering these names, by the way. Foxy, hello. I abandoned my save with AI drivers. Now I just use a single truck save with only only tiny one slot starting. I mean, here's the thing. Are you enjoying the game with that way? And if so, awesome, right? Sometimes you just want to keep it simple. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so for me it was like with the okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about with the AI like the density mods. This is what happens. You see that? You see that bullshit right there? That should not exist. So we're gonna pop out here momentarily and actually I'm gonna do that now. Because the AI the traffic density mods also affect how things spawn, and I'm just finding there's weird shit spawning in all the time, so we're gonna get rid of that. So we get rid of that. Real traffic density, not anymore. Let's go truck. We are gonna add this back in though. I want the swap body carrier chassis, by the way. Okay, and trailer. Then we're gonna add back in the cargo system rework. Foxy Masks, welcome on in. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday so far. I know there's probably a few bodies who are still hanging out with Euro Truck Simulator 2 and, you know, enjoying their time with the Nordic Horizons DLC, but I know that a lot of people have already moved back over to American Truck because Louisiana released today. We're going to check out Louisiana DLC, but we're going to do it next week. I allotted this week to Euro Truck, and specifically because of Nordic Horizons, so I'm sticking to it. And we will then take care of things with... There we go. We will take care of things with Louisiana for next week for American Truck, so... And chat, no matter whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, thanks for being here. If you're over on the YouTube, if you wouldn't mind, smash the like, hit the subscribe. We're trying to hit 200, so go a long way to really help out. Twitch, if you're new to the Twitch community, smack the follow. It's free. Guilty. Yep. Any chance you will return to Australia Nerf sim? Nope. Nah. I have no interest in Icarus. None. I lost interest in Icarus. I'd rather put my time into any number of other games. You know, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Valheim, Arc Raiders, Assetto Corsa Rally. Like, there are so many other games. There are so many, like, I'd rather spend time, if I'm looking for something that's a little more survival based, I'd rather play DayZ than Icarus. Star Citizen, yeah, we spent some time last week in Star Citizen because it was free fly. Actually, I think yesterday was the last day for free fly, and the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Oh, what did my kid send? Hey. I'm literally matching. Every time she sends me a picture, I send her one back. What is my feeling? I miss you. That's pretty good. Pretty girl. A freaking cat. That means she's at her mom's. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 when? Maybe in the new year. We'll start fresh. A lot of, like, because they've added all the DLCs and everything. And why? I don't think you enjoy story games that much. I do enjoy I love story games. The issue is, though, is story games tend not to stream well. I love them. I think they're some of the best goddamn games on the planet. Why do you think I have, like, 500 hours in freaking Cyberpunk? Other than I use it as a walking simulator sometimes, because that game is goddamn gorgeous. Jesus, that game is beautiful. There's no Farming Simulator 2024. Farming Simulator 2025? I like Farm Sim, though. I play Farm Sim. Did I stream it for 500 hours? No. Do I have 500 hours of playtime into it? Numerous playthroughs? Yes. I streamed about 80 hours of it since it came out. But again, as a content creator, something we have to be very aware of are metrics. We have to watch the numbers, especially if this is your job and this is what you do to make money. Numbers mean everything. I can't stream it if I've only got one person here because I'm not making money from it. This is my job. But I still play them. I played the shit out of the original Kingdom Come Deliverance. I played the hell out of Red Dead. Red Dead Redemption. Love that game. Loved it. Such a good game. Didn't stream worth a shit, but I played it. It's strange though, because they're... What do you mean? What's boring? What, Red Dead Redemption 2? What's boring about Red Dead Redemption? Wait, you don't like cowboys or something? You don't like the old West? You got a problem with cowboys? Oh, Red Dead Redemption 1? I didn't play RDR 1. No, I was talking Red Dead 2. RDR 2. That's kind of the point of a story game, is the quests. Kingdom Come Deliverance, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Cyberpunk, all of them have quests. And depending on doing certain things or not doing certain things can affect the story in a lot of these games. Or change. the world around you. That's kind of the cool part of it, right? I'm gonna disagree with you on that. As somebody who played World of Warcraft for 16 years, World of Warcraft did not have the bestest quests. Hard disagree. See, that's the problem. Sarcasm isn't always properly denoted online. Oh, I better slow down. It's 50 in here. I'm doing 80 and a 50. Whoopsie. Well, now it's a 60, so that's not so bad. It's only 60 crossing the bridge, though, I bet. Boy, these narrow-ass roads are rough, man. I don't know how Europeans do it. I don't know how Europeans do this. I don't know how y'all like drive on these narrow ass tiny roads. Got no room, man. Patiently. Well, there it is. Patient. Successfully canceled my memory order from Amazon, and my new memory order is ready for. Dude, that is incredible. So the only thing you're waiting for now is the motherboard. Which, Sleepy, while you're out picking up the new memory for your new build, grab a bottle of lube just in case you might need it. You might need that lube. You saved oh, that is so good. $300? Nice. That is such a savings, man. Less hassle. You can go and get it now, and you save $300. Dude, that is incredible. That is awesome. Fucking hallelujah. Getting used to driving manual transmission. Order clutch pedal for my see, I want to get a Moza wheel. Black Friday sale, $509 for the R5 bundle. No, it's DDR5 he's talking about. It was $509 for the Moza R5 bundle. Yeah, all you need is a 5600. You can probably clock it to 58 stably. Manual transmission ATS going from 1st to 18th gear in 6 miles. Yeah, I mean, again, it's because of scale. He doesn't need ultra fast RAM though for what he's doing. He just needs the memory capacity, not the speed. Speed isn't everything. Sometimes capacity is more important than the overall speed. Nope. Nope. Actually, that doesn't seem to matter. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Can I do the... It doesn't change shit. Oh, God. No. No, that's way too bright. Holy shit. What about ambient? No, ambient light. Oh, God. Clarity is too much. No, the obscurance is too much too. That's really weird. God damn it. Chromatic aberration isn't going to make anything better. Yeah. Oh no. Well, no, that's not going to brighten it up at all. The issue that we're having right now, by the way, Chad, is just that it's so freaking dark. It's the weather. We're so far north, shit is dark. What can I say? Oh, we're blowing through it. I don't care. I'll take the ticket. Yep, give me the ticket. I don't care. Goddamn red light cameras. How dare you? How dare you ticket me? Try and get DDR5 6400 for less than the cost of a cheap used car. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, though, is ultimately at the end of the day, TI isn't worth the extra that you end up paying for it. North of the Arctic Circle, you should have no night in summer. You're right, and this is why we have a the mod that actually has realistic sunset and sunrise times, but it's also localized by region. So if you go up north during the summer, it is fucking daylight all day. Pull over. Tickets for fussing with graphic settings while shh. Don't you write me that ticket, Sleepy. How dare you? Yeah, because of cost. Exactly. And honestly, for what you're going to use the machine for, Sleepy, the paying the extra, the premium for the TI probably wasn't worth it. 5070 was sufficient enough for what you wanted, right? So paying the extra for the TI probably wasn't even worth it. Exactly. It's going to be plenty fast for what you're using it for. So yeah. Here's the thing, honestly, I could see SK Hynix making a move similar to what Micron just announced that they're going to do about, dropping the fabs from producing anything for the consumer market, which would leave Samsung Electronics as the only memory fab. Hey, Dave. Morning. You're not that far ahead of me. Holy shit. Sir, it's almost 5 p.m. It's almost dinner time. Morning. You've been doing? You sleeping all day? You good? Show you teriyaki pineapple slow cooker. Ooh, that sounds good. You wish you were sleeping all day. I mean, oh, shiza. I'm speeding again, chat. Dad is speeding again. Man, it's hard not to. It's really hard not to speed, Jet. Well, you know what? Like, you just saved yourself $300. That's pretty awesome. So some nice. Parent company for Crucial has nothing but money in their eyes. Part of me hopes it backfired on for them. But the issue is, though, is ultimately it probably won't. It probably won't. 105 kilometers per hour is the designated speed for trucks in Canada. Yeah, Crucial being part of Crucial being the consumer side of Micron Technologies was 2%. comparative, yeah, to the AI chip growth being 250%. They're not going to lose sleep or money. It was morally and ethically, you don't have to necessarily agree with it, but from a business standpoint, it was the right play for them. I didn't think Australia had rules. Pretty sure Australia doesn't have road rules, right? It's Mad Max down there, yeah? Don't hit the cop. You know, we sell chips back the other way. Said it earlier this week. Why sell 1 million chips to 1 million people when you can sell 1 million chips to one person? Yeah. Crocodile Dundee Road Rush. See, there you go. Yep. Yeah. The thing that really sucks though is like ultimately, even if this AI bubble bursts, memory prices aren't coming back down. Just like when the cryptocurrency burst and everything busted out, GPU prices didn't drop. Right? Like GPU prices didn't come down because the cryptocurrency bubble burst, because NFTs burst. No, they stayed high. RAM's going to be the exact same thing. The bubble will burst. When the bubble bursts, memory prices are going to stay where they are. It's going to be fucking impossible to get them. Well, and that's the thing. Corporate partners buy years in advance. And this is the suck-ass part, right? Like, because we're kind of looking at this from a consumer standpoint, but not from the business aspect where this stuff has already been stocked out 2-3 years in advance, right? NVIDIA effect. Yeah, jack up prices when things should get cheaper and just go, yeah, sorry, bud, pay up. Yeah, and that's exactly it. That's where we're at. That is 100% exactly where we're at. It's unfortunate, but it is the truth. And then they'll tell us, hey, look, we've got all of this, we've got all of these data centers, just pay us for a subscription to our cloud gaming service. You don't need a computer. You just need a smart TV and a dongle for a wireless controller. Pay us a subscription for your gaming. You'll own nothing and you'll like it. And you'll be happy. You'll own nothing and you will like it and be happy. That's where we're headed. The day I bought the GTX 980 reference card, yeah, listen, I remember having a GTX 980 reference card. That thing was off the hook and worth every fucking penny I bought it for. It will be cloud. Unfortunately, the thing is though, is you're not wrong. It will be cloud everything. 980 was great. It was fantastic. I have a GTX 960 here somewhere. And a 970. Fucking fantastic cards. Both reference cards. Fantastic fucking cards. Yeah, you bought it. Yeah, you bought a GTX. Yeah, not GTX 980 reference card for the same price I got my 5070. Yeah. Think about that though. You bought a 5070, so you bought a 70 series current generation graphics card for the same that you got an 80 series back when the GTX 980 was new. It was a reference card, which means it had good silicon on it. Yeah, I bet you, well, other than drivers, it's probably perfectly usable. Probably be great if you were building like a Linux gaming box with SteamOS or something. It'd probably work great for a frickin' SteamOS box. 2060 would work great too, right? That thing will be pried from my cold dead fingers. That's what I keep saying about the 4060 that's in the streaming PC. It's just, it is a 4060 Ti, it is in the streaming machine, and the only thing it is used for is encoding to YouTube and AV1 and encoding H.265 to Twitch. That's all it gets used for. The machine is only on when I am live. If I am not live, that machine is off. It just drives a single machine for a single purpose. What's sad is I bought that Intel ARC card and it's just collecting dust. What ARC card did you buy? You do realize that the ARC cards can be thrown in tandem with other video cards, just primarily as an encoder and decoder for hardware. Believe me, the space that I'm currently in is too big for this 4060 to heat. My 4060 runs cool. My 4060 right now, under load, is running at 37 degrees Celsius. 37 degree, an A750? Dude. You do realize you can run that in tandem with an NVIDIA graphics card or AMD graphics card, right? You can, the ARC cards, there's a way to slave them. There's a way to slave those cards. Look into it. You might be able to make use of it. Absolutely look into that. You can do it for AV1 encoding and decoding, yeah. But I mean, you can slave it for other tasks. Look into it. You tie that with that 5070, dude. And the nice thing about the Intel ARC cards is they're low power. They are. Actually, they're solid for the price. Especially if you're looking for a single purpose card. Like if you were building, say you were building a box, a streaming box, fantastic card. If anything, because the only thing that you're driving is a single screen and you're doing encoding with it. Encoding and transcoding, encoding and decoding. For video and audio, they're fucking phenomenal at it. Legit top tier card for it. Better, honestly, for the bang for the buck, better than NVIDIA's. Encoding and transcoding for video and audio, yeah. Actually, I almost think, honestly, spec-wise, I think they're actually better at it than NVIDIA's cards are. They're also, the ARC cards are apparently really good at doing crunching numbers for AI stuff, AI projects. Whoa, what the heck? Nah, listen. That's some bullshit there. You know what I haven't seen yet? I haven't seen weird shit spawned in. Like BDFs with a trailer crammed in the back at an angle. I'll take that as a win. We're winning! We're winning, chat. We're winning, everybody. Yeah, look into it. I'm pretty sure you can slave those cards. So if you can slave it in the machine to run like secondary workload, might not be a bad way to do it. Oh. I didn't have my lights back on. Right. Uh-huh. That last ticket was because lights. Yeah, Louisiana, yeah. Louisiana's already installed. We're gonna do that next week. So this week, I'm finishing this week. I said I was gonna do Euro Truck and Nordic Horizons this week. I'm doing that. Next week we will focus on American Truck in Louisiana. Oh yeah, no. And I took the traffic density mod out, so because it was the traffic density mod was playing silly fuckers with the spawning, the traffic spawning, so I got rid of it. I've yet to find one that actually properly spawns traffic in without breaking the game completely. I'm somewhere in Louisiana now. T-Vale. So D-Casper said that Louisiana is actually beautiful. How are you finding it so far, T-Vale? And anybody else, like, how do you feel about it? Like, you don't have to give away any details, just what are your thoughts? Are you enjoying your time in Louisiana? Is it beautiful? Like, give us a bit of a lowdown. Speaking of bad drivers, some a-hole near me got a $700 ticket for doing double the post. Fuck. Wow, what? They did a great job? Awesome. So next week, we know what we're doing. We're driving an American truck. We're going to be running some loads in Louisiana. I'll spend some time this weekend to make sure all my mods are up to date, make sure everything is 5x5 and functional, right? So next week we can start in on Monday, no problem. Tuesday, again, let me remind you, Tuesday, Dad will not be here. I will be going to Toronto with Eliza, so I can make the run to IKEA and get this shelf exchanged so we can get the actual shelf built, because she needs that. She needs it up there. We got to get it done. Yeah, whole week next week except Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, yay road trip in winter weather. Gross. Don't wanna do it. Winter driving sucks balls. Look good, just like no. Anybody who knows anything about the 400 series highways knows that it does not look good at all. It looks like shit. It drives like ass. It is a terrible experience all the way around. Do not recommend. No, sir. Don't recommend. Toronto area parking lot. Pretty much, yep. Now, the nice thing is, though, is this alleviates some things. So while she's at work, this will give me a chance to go and visit my mom. You know, go and see how my mom's doing, because now she's back from her holidays. So I'll go see my mom. You know, stop and see my sister. I'll get to go to IKEA and replace and get this swapped out for one that is missing the parts that I need to put it together. That way we can actually get the shelf built and get it put into the upper living room where she needs it, because she needs it for storage for stuff like work and everything. You know, we can put the plants on it. It'll clean the space up a lot. You know, that's... Now, the other thing I have to start doing is I have to start working on getting together about $100 so I can get the curtain rod and the sound dampening material for the hallway, for the get your hiking gear through. I mean, listen, I'll hike through IKEA. I'm thinking, yeah, no. IKEA is not, definitely not Costco. Definitely not Costco. Definitely not Costco. IKEA is a totally different beast. I'm not going to Costco. Hell no. At this time of the year? Fuck no. The Costco in that movie is like the size of a large city county. So, there's a Costco in London, Ontario that is like, fucking, dude, you can get lost in this bitch. It's huge. Massive. Stupidly large. Yeah, you pretty, yeah, no, exactly. You do need a Sherpa to navigate it. Actually, the IKEA in Etobicoke, you need a Sherpa to navigate it, but it's not as obnoxious and it's cozy because I can sit down on the furniture at any time. I just walk through and I'm like, oh, this is a nice living room. Sit down on the couch and just chill for a couple of minutes and relax. You're like, ooh, this feels good on my coccyx, you know, like, No problems. No problems, you know? Get to the cafeteria, have myself some, you know, Swedish meatballs. I think I need to put some effort into. Gotta look on Amazon. I gotta start putting together some sound dampening stuff. Oh. I actually just had a really good thought. Fuck. Whoa. Yeah, oh nasty till Kohler makes poop cam. Wait, why would you say something like that, Mr. VVS? That is disgusting. Why? First of all, I don't have hemorrhoids, so what the hell? My booty hole has no problems like that, and I've never had problems like that. Thank God. Well, maybe where you are, but IKEA, we don't have that problem here. Our IKEAs are nice and clean. People were respectful to each other in them. What the hell, sir? That's nasty. Y'all are nasty. The hell's wrong with y'all? Cost $600. Oh, it cost $600 and is Wi-Fi connected? Why? I mean, it's internet connected. Why? I mean, you just answered your own question, probably for OnlyFans. It's probably internet connected for OnlyFans. Poop camera. Here you go. Bowler makes a poop camera. Yeah, it costs $600 and it's internet connected. Why? OnlyFans. Why? That's why. Just people are nasty. That's why, Sleepy. Let's be honest. The vast majority of humanity is disgusting animals. Only a small percentage of us are actually civilized. Why the heck is that cam needed? I mean, I don't know. I can't answer that question for anybody. Alright, it is really pretty out here, by the way. Holy crap. Ooh, Jesus, pay attention to the road, bro. Yikers. And how did that come up in chat? I mean, we were talking about somebody having bleeding hemorrhoids in IKEA. That's why. I Google about office chairs and a couple of Fs sitting there not moving and messing up the display. Yeah, see, we don't have that problem here. I mean, that might be fine on OnlyFans, but definitely not something for here. Whoa, Nelly. It's the first stream I've been in that went to this topic. I mean, we were talking about IKEA, and then Mr. VVS brought up something about people and bleeding hemorrhoids in IKEA and messing up the furniture, and then Sleepy said something about Kohler having poop cameras. Shit got weird. And here we are. This is the topic. We're talking about poop stuff again, kind of like farts. Not really that funny, just a little weird. Ars Technica article. Oh my God! Wait, what? There is an Ars Technica article? What? YOLO, how you overcome. YOLO, how you overcome with depression. Wait, what? I'm not overcome with depression. Why? Wait. How? YOLO? I'm so confused, Kaizen. Went to the gutter. Yeah, apparently we're already in the gutter. I mean, this is kind of our natural state here, Twitch. Yeah, the article talks about how the camera security as well. Shit. That's a little on the nose for the poop camera, isn't it? Wow. What a strange turn of events, chat. Thank God. Wow, we actually did this pretty quick. Okay, wait. What time? Oh, we're wrapping this one up. Let's go. We're finishing this run off. Hell yeah. Yeah, that was a little bit more than I needed to know too, John. I'm with you on that. That is just, man, that is so bizarre. This is so weird. Kohler is a company. They make like taps and toilets and sinks and bidets, and apparently they have a poop camera. Shower heads, bathtubs, shower stalls, bathroom fixtures and whatnot. Exactly. They do some lighting stuff too. Bizarre that they decided to make a poop camera. I'm not sure why. I don't even think that was entirely necessary. Blowing through that at damn near 65 was dangerous, by the way. Gomola. Gomola. Is that like Motorola? Like the brick? Think about this though, some poor bastard had to beta test that. The development cycle must have been, oh my God. Yeah, I listen, I'm not even sure I want to know about the R&D cycle of that product specifically. How, and honestly, how do you market something like that? Like seriously, how in the fuck do you market that? And who are you marketing it to? Might be able to do an impression for the movie Mask. I mean, I have the rubbery face. I do have the face. I can do it. I'm just not familiar with the script. It's been a while since I've seen The Mask. Alrighty then. That I do believe is Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Do I want to know? Actually, you know what? I don't really want to know why they decided this was a product that needed R&D. To the people that have paranoia about their health, I mean, yeah, I mean, listen, there are a lot of marketing opportunities here, and it's all disturbing. But here's the thing, they used to have, no, here's the thing. Athletes too, but why would an athlete need a poop camera? That doesn't make sense. Athletes don't need poop cameras. That makes no sense. Why would an athlete need a poop camera? That doesn't track. Hey, you stay there, Bork. Bork, Bork, Bork. Bad Bork. Sounds like I said bad borscht. And that is also possible too. Okay, now we go. All right, now that I've driven in the circle fully and completely, I feel better now. My OCD is centered. I am centered. Shit. Sundsvall. Sundsvall. And that sunset is gorgeous. So look at that. Oh, God, that is beautiful. Fuck me, that is pretty. Medicine they abuse, they could need. I mean, but the poop cams, like they don't need to watch their booty holes. They don't need to see what they're pooping. Steroids generally don't affect how you poop. Your shredded muscles don't normally affect how you poop either. Maybe if you're straining too hard and you pop a blood vessel or something down there, but if you're putting that much effort into taking a dump, you need to seek medical attention. It could be medical. It could be medical. You might, I mean, listen, nobody wants to blow an O-ring. Nobody wants to blow an O-ring. I don't know. It just seems like a very odd product to have on the market. And oh my God, the marketing on that. Could you imagine? Imagine the round table on that discussion. Sleepy, could you imagine the round table discussion on that one? They're sitting there with the CEO, they're discussing new products for the year. Imagine the pitch team on that. Imagine the pitch team. Holy crap. God damn. I would not have wanted to be on that team. Just like, what do you... How do you pitch that one to the CEO? So, new for 2025, 2020... new for the 2025, 2026 market year. We're R&Ding a camera that people can slap into their shitter. Is it sold public or just commercially? Now that's a good question, John. Chances are it's probably public. Self-colonoscopy. This is weird. Yes, it is. But it's a real world product. So, I mean, as we've already discovered, reality is stranger than fiction in most cases. It is what it is. Besides, we're driving all over Sweden with my wood out, so doesn't get much weirder than that. Just think of the people who created this product. We're not the ones weird for finding it. Someone is weird for even creating this product. Yeah, again, like, what the hell? I don't need to watch the cat go to the litter box. This isn't a thing. I don't need to watch people doing their business. It's just fucking weird. It makes no sense. Just wait. Yeah, just exactly. Wait for the infomercial. Fine, but don't make it publicly available. It should be a commercial product only. Yeah. But wait, there's more. It's gonna... Mr. VVS, you can't use all caps. My bot doesn't like it, remember? It thinks you're shouting. You can't do that. The bot gets angry. Libations bot gets unhappy with it. Don't do it. Okay, wrapping things up here shortly, chat. According to this, we have an hour and a half in game. Wait, what? How in the? I mean, I guess. I was not stopping or slowing down for any of that shit. Screw that. Not happening. Exactly. But wait, there's more. Evil, yep. And they shouted, but wait, yeah, exactly. Wait, there's more. Exactly. For only 4 payments of $199.99. If you order now, we'll throw in the extra self-cleaning lens cap. It's pretty much exactly what it is. Holy God, holy crap. Man, my high beam, these 7000K freaking Xeon freaking high beams are something, brother. Oh, wow. Okay, do I already have that? I do not have this photo yet. At least I don't think I do. Let's double check something here. Okay, we're gonna select all. Deselect fuel, toll gate, border crossing, rest stop, service center, okay, port, channel tunnel, unvisited, not got. All right, that's what I thought. Still have to get this one. Way station, city names, company names, road numbers, undiscovered. Okay, there we go. Boom, done. So we definitely want to get this picture as we're crossing the bridge here on the E4, right? Got it. That's all I needed. Move. It's going to be a nighttime photo. Don't care. I'm going to get it. Why? Because I can. And that works. You keep doing that. Oh, right. Because I poured a coffee in my freaking keyboard a week ago. Even though I cleaned it up, it's still broken. High Coast Bridge. That works. Okay, fair enough. By the way, something I will tell everyone right now, never, ever, ever buy an optical mechanical keyboard. Right, Mr. VVS, cheers. Don't do it. Save your money. Do not buy yourself an optical mechanical key or a mechanical optical keyboard. Worst investment ever. Unlike a standard traditional mechanical keyboard where you can replace the switch if something happens to it, you can't do that with an optical mechanical keyboard. Because fucking lasers. But I had to have the Razor Husband version 2, full keyboard, Never again. Never again. Not ever gonna do it again. Bad idea. Terrible idea. Worst idea ever. Boop 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 boop. Okay, we're slowing down here because apparently we got some work and cop doing cop things. Optomech? Optical mechanical? No, here's the lost a keyboard to coat. See, here's the thing is the issue with mine specifically is that the optical component of my keyboard is a plate with all the optical laser bits attached to it that then the mechanical key does its work through. The mechanical switch is not the problem. The coffee ruined the tiny little freaking laser diodes. Non-changeable. Here's the thing. I can take the switch out. It's not the switch. The switch is fine. The switch is functional. The issue is the optical part of it is not. Because it is a standard freaking giant ass goddamn heavy ass metal plate with these tiny little freaking laser diodes on them. Nope. Already cleaned. I pulled this thing apart. It took me 3.5 fucking hours to take it completely apart, clean everything, and put it back together. My escape key, my tilde key, my 1 key, my tab, caps lock, left shift, left control, Windows key, and left alt do not function properly anymore. I always use isopropyl alcohol to clean, but it did not make a difference. Didn't change anything. Now, so the coffee that was spilled got into, so it was on my desk. It wasn't in the coffee holder attached to the side of my desk where it normally is because it had other stuff going on in it, and it was a very oddly shaped cup, so the cup wouldn't have fit anyway. So it was sitting on my desk in between my keyboard and my Rodecaster Duo. Rodecaster Duo is a $900 device. The keyboard is a $300 device. I went to reach, this was last Tuesday. I went to reach to adjust audio. My microphone was blocking the cup. I could not see the mug because visual sightline, the microphone was blocking it. I went to reach through and the coffee splooshed all over the Rodecaster Duo and all over the left side of the keyboard, just as I was going live. That was over a week ago. The Rodecaster, I had the thing apart and again, it's a Rode audio interface. I commend Rode for their engineering. It was very simple to get into. It was very simple to take apart and very simple to clean up and have back together in less than 10 minutes, completely clean and dry, no problems. My fucking Razer keyboard, on the other hand, I cannot say the same thing about. It was not such an easy process and did not go back together the way it should have. $200, $300. The keyboard was $300 on sale when I bought it, and it's 2 years old. So it's no longer covered by a warranty either, so it is what it is. Just have to accept what happened and move on from it. The mug is fine though. But the other problem was I drink my coffee with 2 cream and 1 sugar. Definitely most expensive coffee so far. The one thing I'm not concerned of though The device I was most worried about was the Rode interface for my microphone and all the audio. I can't drink tea. Tea makes me vomit. Like, literally, tea makes me vomit. Why the hell am I going to drink something that... Why would I intentionally drink something that makes my body throw up? This is a terrible idea. Why would anybody do that? Why would anyone drink something that intentionally physically makes you sick? It's a terrible idea. There we go. Level 32. Okay, we're going to go with the ADR training this time. I mean, we've almost... yeah, we're going to go with the ADR training. There we go. Done. Okay, so Finland is complete. Got it. Now we're on to Sweden. We got 2 out of 3 in Sweden. It's not the tea itself, it's actually the tannins. Kaizen, that would mean I've had a parasite my entire life. It's the tannins. I have the same reaction when I drink wine. It's why I don't drink wine. I heard teabag release a lot of microplastics. Yes, I removed the teabag before drinking. It's a tannins thing. It's the same the reason that I get sick from tea is the same reason why I can't drink wine, because wine instantly gives me a migraine. And I feel ill to my stomach. I have a sip of wine, a sip of champagne, like, oh, I'm done. Instantaneous migraine. I get like bright red cheeks, and I feel like I'm gonna, like, my mouth waters like I'm going to vomit. So tea and wine are very similar for me with that respect. That's fine. If the only things I can't have in my life are tea and wine, I think I'm good with that. I'm okay. It's not that bad. I'll live. Oh, it is a reaction. Yes, but it's... Listen, if that's the only thing I have a problem with, I'm good. Okay. Why? Wait. Where's him? Where's no? No, I'm not drinking vodka. Ugh. God, no. I'm gonna drink alcohol. It's gonna be scotch or whiskey, man. God, have a little class. Vodka. Yeah, I know it cleans. It's great as a disinfectant. That's about it. Hi. Come, you came down to see me, little miss. This, by the way, is Muffin. No, Muffin. You gotta look at the... What are... Her. Why are you down here? Huh? Why are... Emma. Where's the... Go? Why did... Yeah. Why did you come down on this? This is Muffin. Anyways, she's my little buddy. She sleeps snuggled up next to me on the bed at night. Normally just curled into a tiny little ball. This cat is actually the cat. This dog actually thinks she's part cat. The cat's bigger than her. You are like bite-sized. You are like a snack. You're like Nibbles, the big dog. The good thing the big dog is so, like, even-tempered. because this one likes to try to wrestle with the giant husky black lab mix that we have. And if it wasn't for the big dog Lilo being so gentle, this one would have been eaten. This one is just a freaking snack. Anyways, chat, thank you so much for coming in. Thanks for hanging out. YouTube, guys, if you're on YouTube and you've been watching, thank you so very much for your time. If you haven't already, hit the like, smack the subscribe. We're trying to hit 200 over on YouTube before the end of the year, so thank you. Twitch, as always, thank you so very, very much for coming on in. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you're new here, please, on the way out, hit that follow button. Come on back. We're going to be doing a Euro Truck tomorrow. That will wrap up this week of Euro Truck Simulator 2 and the Nordic Horizon DLC. Next week, we are going to be jumping into American Truck and checking out Louisiana. So next week, we're going to spend the whole week with American Truck. So if you're down for that, come back. We will see you back here tomorrow. But Twitch, specifically, thank you so much for the subs, resubs, and gifted subs. Thank you for the bits. And, you know, as always, thanks for trying to touch Dad with your tiny dirty tip. We're going to go raiding. So if you guys don't mind hanging out for a couple of minutes while I get some stuff set up here, we're going to go raiding on Twitch. We're going to go and see who we can find. Oh, I see what Nuts Life was talking about now. He put a clip. I thought when he said clip, I thought he meant like Twitch clip. No, it was musical clip. Okay. Who do we have available right now? Let's see. Let me go into my following. Let's see who we got. Who do we have here? Interesting. Very, very interesting. You know what? I'm going to send you guys over to Loken. I'm going to send you over to Loken. All right, chat. I'm going to send you over to Loken. Loken Plays on Twitch. So give me a second while I get the... Loken is currently messing around in the verse. He is a partnered streamer. He's a wonderful human being. He's also does a lot of ship giveaways. So if you're into Star Citizen, great friendly community to hang out in. Go show Loken a little bit of love. Wow. When you get over there, copy and paste this and put it into their chat. Exclamation attack chat. Did that even do it properly? It did not. Of course not. Why did it put a space in there? That's the command. Copy and paste that into... Get ready when you go over to Loken. Drop that into their chat. I'll see you over there. Have yourselves a wonderful Thursday night. I'll catch you back here for tomorrow's stream. Cheers, everybody.